There's something that happens in social work that no textbook can prepare you for. You walk into a home and immediately your body reacts. The smell, the clutter, the mess, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. And before you even say hello, your brain is already doing math, asking yourself, is this safe? Is this neglect? Do I need to report this? Do I need to fix this? And this is where practice wisdom starts to really matter. So let me give you a scenario to bring this home. A social worker conducts a routine home visit with a client. This client is an older adult with a chronic illness, and the home is cluttered, and there's definitely a strong odor there. It's not how you would live yourself, but the client is oriented, she knows her medication regimen well and follows it to a T. She's eating, and she's clear about what she wants. Overall, she's functioning pretty well by her standards. And there are no obvious safety hazards, no imminent risk, just discomfort. And this is where newer social workers often feel stuck. Because the question isn't, is this home dirty? The real question is this environment actually interfering with the client's ability to function? Or is it interfering with mine? And that distinction doesn't come from policy. It comes from experience. It comes from supervision, where we learn to sit with uncertainty and discomfort, and from learning that not every uncomfortable situation is an ethics violation. Practice wisdom is what teaches you that functioning is relative, and what looks like chaos to me might feel like control to my client. So what I see as a problem might not be a problem unless it's limiting their safety, dignity, or autonomy. And sometimes this is the hard part. Our urge to, quote unquote, make things better can actually cause harm. And removing control and escalating systems might sound like the right thing to do, but inviting scrutiny into that client's life that they didn't ask for and that they don't need is not really ethical care. It's anxiety, your anxiety, disguised as intervention. Now, let's consider AI's potential role in a situation like this. If you fed this scenario into an AI system, it might flag the home as concerning. It might recommend additional services, a referral, more monitoring, or documentation of an environmental risk. And on paper, that sounds reasonable. But AI doesn't smell the room, and it doesn't feel the client's pride. It doesn't understand cultural norms or recognize when intervention disrupts more than it helps. AI sees categories, but practice wisdom sees context. So this is where ethics get messy. Because doing something often feels safer than doing nothing. But ethical practice isn't about reacting, it's about discernment. And sometimes the most ethical choice is continued observation, continued relationship, and respect for how the client defines their own life. And knowing when not to escalate is a skill that only develops with time. So when I think about cases like this, I come back to these three questions. And the first is, what is the actual ethical concern here? And whose concern is it? Second is this environment impairing the client's functioning or challenging my expectations? And third, what harm could be caused by intervening? And what harm could be caused by not intervening? Those questions slow you down and they protect the client. And they remind us that ethics lives in the gray, not in the checklist. Practice wisdom doesn't mean ignoring risks, but it does mean understanding it in context. And this is why AI needs experienced humans in the loop, not just the rules. Really in the loop, guys, not standing outside of it, in the loop. Anyway, because ethics isn't about fixing every situation that makes us uncomfortable. Sometimes it's about recognizing when discomfort is ours to manage and not the client's problem to solve. That's messy, that's real, and that's social work. If you've been in a situation like this, then you already know. These decisions don't come with a clean answer. They come with responsibility, and that's what practice wisdom looks like.